Namaste crypto aficionados and my fellow capitalists. I hope you guys are doing great, and I'm back again, and I found a great project that I want to talk to you about, and it is called Gotcha. Okay, Gotcha is solving a problem, a very very big problem in the crypto space, and the biggest problem that is affecting the micro cap space is the proliferation of different sniping, right, mirror trading and front running bots, and they are buying up every launch, right? So as a degen, I go out at there, and when I want to buy something, right, you see the price, you think you're getting it at a good price, and suddenly it's just being dumped on you. A lot of times it's the bots that are doing that, right? So they come in, and then when your trade is being done, they come before you, and then they execute, they make like 0.1 ETH, like they just make that small amount, and then they leave. But they do it like multiple times, they do it so many times, so they make a lot of money, right? But we get dumped, right? And they dump it on our head, and we have to bear the brunt of the dump. So what they are doing is that they are helping the average investor, right, and who can't enter fairly and is forced to buy the top of the launch while all the bots dump on their heads. It is not only the paper hands that wreck a chart, it is the mass exiting of block zero snipers, because these guys come at the lowest, before the first block zero, right? And then they buy it, and then they just dump after you go in, and then they just dump, right? So they are not real buyers, they are bots. They don't buy to, they are just there to make that a bit of profit. So they have developed, right? The Gotchu team has developed a revolutionary technology ensuring a fair launch for all coins launching on their platform. And what happens is that the user has to navigate to the launch website, okay, pass a test that they are human, and submit the answer to the contract gods, right? So you got to verify, it's like a captcha. You got to verify that you are a human before you can buy the token, right? So this will help prevent the bots from coming in and ruining the whole launch, right? Because the price discovery is what we want. We want to see how far the price discovery can go up to, and if the bots come in, they just spoil the whole show because they just keep dumping. No, we don't want that, right? Especially for the first 30 minutes, right? The first 30 minutes to an hour, that's the most important part of a launch. You screw up that launch, you screw up that part, you screw up the whole launch. So it's very important, right? So they have developed it in such a way where, okay, if I'm a project and I'm going to launch on their Launchpad, right, I need to fit a code, right, on my contract or whatever. I need to fit their code in it, okay? So that will do the job of going into the website and verifying and then being redirected to buy the tokens. Okay, so this is how it works. So this will make the snipers bots and the MEV bots irrelevant. So they can't go into the mempool of block zero of any hyped launches. So hyped launches are very important, because it's really hype and people know about it. Twitter is on fire, Telegram is on fire, but most of them are bots, right? And so they don't. So it's a very important, I think it's a very much needed project in this time, right? And so they won't go and bot the whole supply up and don't screw it up for us, right? So SGT Finance launch also, it happened where Alameda sniped the whole supply, so these fellas are like that, right? So so every launch, so they make every launch a fair launch, right? And while bots and ME bots can't steal the user fund, and DeFi belongs to the user, where it always should be. Okay, so this is what it is, and I want to talk about their, this is their Launchpad, right? So they've already launched a project, right? It's called Courage, right? I think the token name is Cosmic, right? So it had this was the launch, right? Which is very healthy. It's not such a big dip, that you see some in a lot of launches, right? So it's quite organic and it's quite healthy. So they were, they reached quite a good market cap also, right? Quite a high. I mean, their price discovery was good, right? If you can see here, all the way up. Nice. So of course, this project only does the whole thing for about half an hour to an hour, right? They just want to cover the first half an hour of the launch. That's very, very important. So looking at their launchpad, right, they have already spoken to 5-10 teams, and they are starting to launch. They're planning a launch every week at least, right? So you can see here a charity token that is coming in about 17 hours, a meme coin that the details will be released as it goes earlier. There's a stealth launch coming up by one project. There's a DeFi, so they have made it in such a way that if any project, let's say this charity project or this meme project, if they're going to launch on this launchpad, and if they have buy and sell taxes, right, 1% of the buy and sell taxes will be going to Gotchu, and Gotchu will be buying Gotchu tokens and burning them, and that would mean that Gotchu is becoming deflationary, right? So this is one thing what I like also, that that there is a revenue stream that is buying Gotchu, and it's burning Gotchu, and it's deflating Gotchu. So the price of Gotchu, over time you will see it going up, right? So other than that, let's look at the current price of Gotchu right now, sitting at 0.00025, is about 250,000 market cap. Another thing I wanted to say before I forget is that they are going to come up with this thing where you need to have like 1 million Gotchu tokens if you want to take part in the launchpad, right? So 1 million Gotchu tokens to take part in the launchpad. And if this takes off, more and more people will be coming in, more and more projects, right? The devs, they will be thinking, why not I launch with Gotchu? Because I can be assured of a bot-free launch. I know that Sphere had to go through a lot of steps, in order to make their launch bot-free, right? It comes from the whitelisting and all that. So it's like, it takes a lot of effort, but this is much easier, right? You just go in and solve a CAPTCHA. That's it. It's so much easier, right? To verify that you're human, right? Proof of humanity. So I think it's awesome. I think this project is good. Currently there's about 306 holders. Still early, right? If it takes off, it's really huge. So I'll be definitely keeping tabs on this project. The max market cap that it went up to was about 700 over K, almost 800K, and now it's sitting at about 250,000. So if as we go into the bull market, and as projects are being launched, more projects are being launched, we have to see like the next couple of weeks, as in the next couple of launches, right? And how it does. And they showed it with the first one, as I showed you, the Courage, the Cosmic token just now, and it was very smooth, right? So people were happy. So I think this is something that we should look at, and let me know what you think about this project, and do subscribe if you have not. I want to grow my channel. I need your support, right? So let me know what other tokens you're looking at, and if I like it, I'll do a video and give you a shout out, right? So thank you and namaste.